Imagine trying to read a book while someone changes the TV channel every 3 seconds. How do you think you could actually pay attention to the story? Even the presence of a smartphone can increase cognitive and distractibility. Digital habits and brain training. Middle schoolers spend several hours a day of screen on social media, scrolling through video games, often switching between apps. Excessive screen time can impress attention span and her academic performance. Short video platforms like TikTok deliver fast, attention grabbing clips that reward quick swipes over patience. For example, I know that you've seen on Instagram there's always Reels, and then there's YouTube Reels, and then there's TikTok. Always scrolling and scrolling endlessly, which makes our brain fried. It trains our brain to the constant stimulation of continuous scrolling without having to actually pay attention. Let's give an example of me. I'm an adult for sure, but one thing that I cannot do is finish one task at a time without trying to do another thing. So let's say I'm writing an essay. If I'm writing an essay, I can't sit through the whole essay until I'm done. I have to type my essay, and then be on my phone scrolling, or have something else to do, or eat, or do that. I can't just do one thing at a time. And I think that it comes from the fact that I scroll so endlessly. My brain, it's trained to continue just doing things fast, not having the time to kind of sit down and relax and finish the assignment. This trains the brain to expect nonstop stimulation, making classroom tasks like reading or listening and feeling slow and boring. Students at high pace, like for example, I'm a paraeducator. I work in classrooms. So I often see students continuously, like, let me give a personal example. While I was in class, a student had a phone. They were doing independent work. So the teacher was asking them to kind of do their work alone, and stay to themselves, but they had their phones on them. So it wasn't like they were just continue to do their work. They also had their phone, and they kept scrolling on the phone and going back to their work, scrolling on the phone and going back to their work. That's the type of stimulation, and that's the type of continuous scrolling that the brain does to you. Classroom impact. Teachers report students struggling to focus during full lessons without phones and laptops. Prolonged screen exposure can strain development executive functions. So, to be honest, common behaviors include fidgeting, clock checking, sneaking devices at glance, forgetting instructions, repeating questions, or rushing through mistakes to return screens. Back in the days, we used to be able to read, write, without having to have something to focus on. We would finish our work and then do that. I think that we are so trained to continue doing things at the same time that students are also lacking the fact that inability to stay focused at school, and their grades are slipping. Middle schoolers build lifelong skills, reading comprehension, problem solving, and self controlling. But short attention spenders hinders them. Students avoid challenges saying this is too hard before saying fast paced centers make sustained focus harder for school age children. Heavy screen times link stress, mood swings, and emotional difficulty. Students react strongly to device attentions and become upset or withdrawn without errors, motivation, and confidence. Short form content contributes to shorter attention spans and emotional strain. So, what can we do? I think that we need to be able to have those activities where kids should go on their phone, because you can't just take away their phones right away. I mean, they're so used to it. It's like they could have like them withdrawals. Have you seen a student get her phone taken away, especially in middle school and elementary? They act out. So I think is, if a student is coming in class and you know that they have a lack of attention span, you know that they're addicted to their phone, because it's an addiction. They're addicted to their phone. I think that we should be able to have those activities where they get the time with on their phone, at least like 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, they put their phones in a basket. That basket is put away, whatever. Everybody puts their phone away. And then after that, they continue to do work and they get a reward. I think kids need a reward system. I think that's how you reward a kid, especially with their phones. But instead, don't take it away, because that's also gonna make him want to crash out, make him want to try and get the phones, and it's just gonna be bad. But if you make a phone a reward system, I think that the kids will be better adapt, and also better get good grades and have some type of attention span. I mean, they're COVID babies. It's kind of hard. The goal is a healthier tech use, not removal. Clear rules like a phone in a basket, tech free homework times, turned off notification timers. Make sure that when they come in class, if they do have their phones and you choose to have their phones, put it away. Make them don't make them turn off their notifications. Don't make him take it away clearly if that's not something that you can do, but also set boundaries. Set boundaries in the classroom. Non-screen activities like reading and bug sports are an outdoor play steady attention span. I think kids don't go outside anymore. They don't do recess. I think the recess needs to come back. Kids need to touch grass now, literally. They need to start going outside, doing some activities that could actually help them instead of kind of staying home. Like give them a packet of what they should do at home. If we're talking about elementaries, I think that we should also have the family involved, because there's so much as um teachers or paras or even school staff can do. A kid does a lot at school, but also parents should be involved. Like send a packet at home of what the parents should help them with. Make sure that the parents know that they shouldn't have their phones every day at home, especially because when they are at home, they use their phone endlessly. So when they go back to school, it's kind of like, oh, now I have to put my phone away. It's a lot. And especially if you've been all night just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, your brain is fried. Constant screen use reshapes middle schoolers' attention, learning, and emotional health, but students and family schoolers can foster health habits and focus friendly routines to build deep thinking and confident growth, prevent problematic technology use through balance and communication. Thank you.